Alright guys, welcome to another evening with Rescast TV. Tonight is Eve night. Hopefully my sound is doing okay at this point. You should maybe hear the sound of the in-station sound. I better should mute this over here on my other side. And yeah, so after our last night's giveaway, was a lot of fun. Despite the computer problems, or I don't know if it was computer as much as it was software issues. But tonight, like I said, it's probably going to be Eve night. We may still do that thing where we kind of wrap up the night with something a little more low-key. Maybe just some chat. We'll be looking to end right around 11 o'clock this evening. Had several late nights over the last week. And got a lot I want to do for the channel this weekend. Going to do maybe some artwork. I need to work on our website. And one of the things we want to start talking to you guys about is kind of driving traffic to our YouTube channel, because we're not just putting streams out there, although largely that's what it is exports of our stream here on Twitch. But we're starting to create some tutorial content out there, and so we'll be looking to build that community out there as well. Glad to have you here this evening. Right now, I am sitting in an Estero. Speaking of staying up way too late last night, I was in Raph About It. I was in her stream last night, and she was giving away an Estero. I apologize if you hear the lawnmower in the background. It's my son earning a few bucks. My younger son, anyway. So, he'll be done soon. Anyway, so I entered the Estero competition, or giveaway, I should say. But her stream was having some problems for me. You know, sometimes just certain people's streams just get a little... And so I left her stream, and I went over to watch Gorillaism's stream for a little bit. And next thing you know, somebody in G's stream actually said, "Hey, you won over on Raph's stream." So I popped back over there, and I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I was having stream problems, but I got back over there in enough time to won." Yes, I did. Cobalt, welcome back. I did. I won too. I won this Estero that you see sitting here. So it's actually really, really cool. I'm not sure I'm ready to take it out yet. I think I want to maybe start off trying to go out in this Tyrannus again, and I'm looking to maybe start doing more of that cat and mouse. Yeah, I think her stream's really choppy because she's running off a laptop that's really, really not up to speed. I think if you look at it too, it looked to me like she's got her graphics settings turned way down low. And over the last few weeks, as she's been ramping up her streaming, I've noticed that it's gotten worse. So I'm wondering if maybe she's installed some additional software for the stream. I don't know. That's maybe eating up some bandwidth or some processing cycles. But that said, I believe she's really close to getting her PC. She's had some generous donations from some of her viewers, and I think she's probably... Wouldn't surprise me to find out that either over this weekend or over the next week or so, she gets enough to get her new PC. So that'll be pretty cool. I watch her every now and then, and I watch Moose every now and then, and I watch Marquis Dragon every now and then. Although he's been playing a lot of Hawken as of late, which I enjoy watching as well. And actually, Moose has been playing a lot of Hawken. Those are the main people I watch. There's a few others I've started watching as well, here and there. But yeah, so make sure you go check out their streams. If you're interested in particularly Gorillaism and Raph About It, if you're into exploration. So, you give me just a second here. So I don't think I'm going to take this Estero out quite yet. I just had to claim it. So what we will do is... I'm trying to decide. Yeah, we'll do Hoover. So let's empty off what we have there. And there we go. So we emptied off what we have there, and we'll go poking around maybe some wormholes, and just kind of flying in and out of those, and if there's nobody there, what I may do is I may actually fly into a wormhole and then cloak. And just wait it out a little bit and see if anybody's there. I don't know. So I'm starting. I started a data analysis tool with Eve Data today, intending to make a good market analysis tool. Ah, actually, that's cool. Was actually streaming the development. That's nice. What are you using to make that with? Whoa, why is that showing follower giveaway? It did not update my... Evox, Evoline. QRDS2, update. Click view. Oh, okay. That's cool. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I actually would like to get into the home market thing. I did some in-station trading. It was very much off the cuff. I don't know exactly how much I made because I really wasn't tracking it that closely, but pretty sure, I don't know, I was playing around with about 80, 90, 100 million ISK, and I think I made 20 or 30 million over the course of a week. So it wasn't great. Week-ish. You know. But, there we go. So that's active. Should have insurance on it and everything. So I think we're good to go. Let me think for a second here. Use that at work, but I found an entire MySQL database of all the static information. Then there is a market web service you can use to pull info. Ah, really? That's actually really cool. Okay. All right. So before we hop in space, I want to welcome everybody to the stream. Appreciate you being here. This is Rescast TV, collaboration between myself, QRDS2, and a buddy of mine, PreacherMan23, who may stop by a little bit later this evening with his brand new shiny i7, 4790K, I think, with pretty heavy duty closed loop cooler, liquid cooler on that sucker. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him pop in at a certain point to hang out for a bit. So pretty happy for him on that. But we're going to be streaming different content. Tonight is Eve night. Friday nights and Monday nights I stream Eve. The Streamer's Choice nights I could also be streaming Eve, although you could also find me streaming anything from X-Plane as of last night. Minecraft, actually Minecraft maybe tomorrow night. And yes, he did. He got it built. Matter of fact, I think just a little while ago. Let's see. What else? Oh, Hawken is another big game for me right now. That's a lot of fun. And so there's a bunch of games you could see me streaming. You could see Preacher Man streaming Eve. He's new to Eve as well. I'm old noob at Eve. And iRacing and Euro Trucker and yeah, just varied games. We're trying to stream 5 to 6 nights a week. So feel free, if you like any of those things, feel free to hit that follow button. We're glad to have you here. Rescast TV. So tonight we're going to go out and we're going to go do some, maybe do some exploration and maybe get killed. Or maybe not. End up back in a clone. We'll see. Either which way, we'll just have a good time. So that said, I am back here. What is that? Let's put this. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't feel like making a new cover up. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired, guys. I'll wake up here in a minute. I wonder if this is working yet, the recent follower. I don't think it is. It is not. We will have to do that later. Fair enough. All right. So, vanilla Minecraft or modded? Well, it's most likely going to be modded, to be honest with you. I do like vanilla, but last time I played around on a friend's server, Tugarok, who pops into the stream every now and then, and he was running FTB, and there was some really neat mods that were in the FTB. I think it was it Infinite or Ultimate, and it was a lot of fun. It was actually some of the build tools there speed things up, and you can have a lot of fun with it. So what I'm actually thinking about doing, and this is early stages, and when I say early, maybe a week or two out, is actually running a Minecraft server, and potentially having, like, depending on how many people I can fit on it and still keep it relatively, performant, having some slots for the mods, and then maybe a few of the other viewers who are like regular viewers, and maybe a few spots there. We can have some room for that. But we'll see. You run FTB monster server for my kids and a vanilla. Oh, awesome. That's really cool. Excuse me. Sorry. So we'll let you know for sure. At the very least tomorrow night, I think I probably will be streaming Eve. I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, if I'm streaming, because depending on the plans for this weekend, tomorrow night may be date night for me. So maybe heading out for dinner with my wife. But or it could be Preach streaming. The weekends are kind of those are the iffy weekends. Cheap Linux VPS to run it out on the internets, but you're a web guy and you can figure it. Yeah, I actually have used Bisect hosting before, and literally it was like $5 a month, and I was able to get 4 people on there, and it didn't seem to have any performance issues. What I would like to do is, if we get to the point where we've got enough actual paid subscribers, or we're getting enough ad revenue from YouTube, eventually I could see us actually putting together, because my kids love, I mean, especially my twins, they're about 16, they love Minecraft. I mean, they love Minecraft, as you, Cobalt, probably well know. And I may actually put something like a server out there that if we got enough coming in to where it would just be a standing server for some of the approved members to get into. Maybe some of the subscribers, or maybe just followers. It just kind of depends on how it lays out. But that's down the road. We'll see. But all right, we're going to go pop out into space. I want to congratulate Cobalt again, by the way, for winning last night's giveaway. We will be doing, I'm sure, a 200 follower giveaway. Don't know what that'll be. We might try to bump it up to a $20 Amazon gift card with a custom ResCast skin. And so we'll see what we do with that. But so if you're, we actually are at 116, I think, when I checked before we came online. Oh, you won Raph about it as well. You won an Astero as well. That's nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. All right, let's pick a path here, actually. So let's do this. That's cool, man. You had a good night. You had a really good night. All right. Let's just pick somewhere. Somewhere in this whole wide universe. Somewhere in the whole wide universe. That was not a long enough trip. Okay. That's a little better. All right, let's get the heck out of Dodge, shall we? Get the heck out of Dodge. Holy cow.
Warp drive active.
Oh, that's the drifters. Yeah, the sleepers. Woof. So I hope everybody had a good Friday. We've got a long holiday weekend here in the States for a lot of people. Say it's a holiday. It's really a kind of a weekend of remembrance of some of the military veterans that didn't make it back. But wow. But it does mean 3 days off of work. And so I do plan on doing some stuff for the stream. Like I said, we're going to be focusing a little more on the YouTube channel. Please feel free to follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter. I do have a Facebook. I think I created a community. I meant to create a page, so I'm not a big fan of Facebook, so I may or may not actually follow through on that one. But
Warp drive active.
anyway, point being, we want to try to get this community going, not just here, but also over on YouTube. And some of you, if you are YouTube creators, like I know Ram21 is a YouTube creator, and Cobalt, I'm not sure if you have stuff on YouTube, but I do know you're creating, you're streaming stuff here on Twitch. feel free to, you know, well, I'll let people know that you guys are over there doing that stuff, and I don't want everybody like spamming a bunch of stuff in there. Abby Cub, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Appreciate following the stream. Glad to have you here. Not yet? Yep. Very cool. I happen to know Abby Cub, so. All right, let's see. Well, we got one. I wanted to get a little further away from where we were.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, Cobalt, we're going to do the same thing, actually. It's some of that information that I haven't built out yet. I haven't created a little header for. We want to put information about the games that we play, including any codes that we have or any affiliate links we find. We want to get all that stuff down there, and we also want to create a section for other EVE streamers. And definitely, I'm really about not just community for our own community, but also... Oh, look at that Gnosis. Neat. Also community of streamers, because I think we need to kind of... The more we stick together and the more we share, in my opinion, I'm very much a collaborative guy. And so, you know, I like the idea of all of us kind of... you know, sticking together, like, you know, paying attention to what each other's doing if there's something cool. Like I told Gorillism last night, those are my kids. They're over there making funny faces at me. Anyway, like I told Gorillism, I told him I totally stole his idea about the contest that we did, the giveaway last night. So stream schedule usually collides with yours. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, it happens. Like, it's kind of bad because I like to watch Gorillism, I like to watch Moose and Marquis, and a lot of times those guys are streaming at the same time as I do too. So the nice thing about that though is when I am off, when it's a Preacher Man night, I can go watch their stream. All right, we got a few here we can take a look at. So we're gonna pop out to a planet somewhere.
Warp drive active.
What I'd like to do when I actually have enough people like in here, which you guys are great, but like when you have like 100 people and you can say, okay, I'm off for the night, but go stream raid somebody else's stream who doesn't have very many followers like we had here. When you could do that kind of stuff like Moose did for me and Preacher Man, that was really, really cool. I mean, it gave us 50 new followers. It really did. I mean, that we ended up with 50 new followers from that stream raid, and that's really cool when you help out your fellow streamers like that. So I'd like to see us doing stuff like that too. Yeah, he streams all day during the day, and then he streams again at night. He's got like a night shift crew and a day shift crew, and I tend to use them. I'm usually night shift, but on Tuesdays when I work from, if I get to work from home, if I don't have meetings scheduled for Tuesday, which I try not to do, I will. I'll have him on in the background while I'm working. Moose_house. He gives away once a month. He gives away. He does a night where I don't even think he plays. I think he literally just sits there. And he gives away 5 billion ISK worth of stuff. Now, the other night, he gave away 10 billion ISK worth of stuff. So, obviously, he's pretty well established in EVE. To give away that kind of jack, you know, handing out 5 billion worth of cheddar means you got some money. And so, so he does that. He gives it away in, like, $100 million increments. And then he'll do a $1 billion giveaway a couple times throughout the night. And so I would highly suggest. He's got a nice, virtual studio setup and everything there. And he puts on a good stream, and he's got a lot of followers there. But definitely Moose_house. Go check him out. Like I said, lately he's been actually doing a lot of streaming of Hawken. And what's interesting about Moose House is he's actually local for me. He's actually in Orlando. I'm just outside of Orlando. So we're going to have a Central Florida meetup here. I say we. It's really Moose House and Marky Dragon, who's over on the west coast of Florida, are talking about putting together a big EVE, well, mostly EVE meetup, although other people that follow their streams will probably join as well. And so I hope to participate in that once they start getting that put together. All right. So my plans are to do stuff for the stream this weekend, and I've got some code for my my side business, my web. Well, it's kind of a WordPress business I'm working on right now. I'm more focusing on site maintenance and plugin development at the moment. But I've done a couple of sites for some people. Basic stuff, customization of existing themes. So I need to work on that some more. I need to actually get my company site up and running for that. And, you know, general busy. Yeah, some of it probably is an act, but some of it may not be. I tend to be a little more on the animated side much of the time, but not all the time. I can be a little quiet. Joomla for the win, huh? I don't know that I don't remember if it's Joomla or Drupal that I messed around with a number of years ago. I do not recall. But I like WordPress. I kind of dig it, and I dig the community around it too. So, all right, so we're at TQG80. TQG80. Tango Quebec Golf. There's a wormhole. All right. The only thing is, I don't remember if it's Drupal or Joomla, but I know a friend of mine used to run one of those two, and they just had just a devil of a time whenever updates came out, and there was all kinds of security woes. I think it might have been Drupal. I'm not sure, but every time you had to upgrade, you had to change a lot of stuff, and it was just problematic. It's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. Voila. Oh, yeah? Cool. Preacher Man! Preacher Man! That sounds like a song. So, Mr. i7 overclocked. How's it screaming? No, I meant how's your computer screaming? You think it boots faster? Well, I would hope so. Hey, you're more than welcome to stream tomorrow evening. I think I may be going out on a date night tomorrow night. I already warned him that Saturdays are kind of our, we may or may not stream nights. I need to properly put that, because I think right now I've got it as streamer's choice, which indicates we'll be here, but we don't know what we're going to stream yet. We might want to do something like what Marquee Dragon does, where he actually posts his stream up on Google Docs every week, so you can actually see what his stream's going to be. Or we just update it, you know, on a weekly basis right there. Okay, we got 2 wormholes. Do. I need a soundboard. I really want like a soundboard I can just punch in sounds here and there. So, welcome to the stream. If you just stopped by, we appreciate you you hanging out with us tonight. This is Rescast TV. Buddy of mine, right there, Preacher Man 23, the man with the brand new i7 processor, and we decided to collab on a channel so we could provide regular content and a little bit more varied content. And so yeah, that's what you're gonna kind of get here. You're gonna get hopefully a pretty high quality stream, and we're just gonna continue to make it better. Eventually, we're looking at doing some of the green screen stuff, etc., etc. Games like Eve, games like Hawken, games like iRacing, X-Plane, Minecraft, Euro Truck Driver, if you're into lorry driving. Things like that. That's what you're going to see here on this channel. And if you like any of that stuff, feel free to hit that follow button. Also, don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Twitter. Whoa! Suddenly a new thing just pops right up. Fantastic. That's what it says on our schedule. All right, thank you, Abby Cub. I have not overclocked yet. I'm running the same processor, not quite as beefy of a CPU cooler. But so far, I haven't felt real confident doing it yet. It's been a long time since I've built or run a PC, and even when I did not do any overclocking. So I'm wondering if sometime in the next week I may start actually doing some ship giveaways. They would be more beginner ships, like a built out, and then because it's built out for doing some exploration, maybe something a little cheaper. But I like the idea of giving stuff out. I really do. It makes the chat fun. You know, it makes the chat fun. And if there is somebody that's new to EVE, like Hawken was in here, Hawken Bracket. Hawken_Bracket was in here. Hasn't played EVE before. Matter of fact, first exposure was, I guess, to the stream the other night. Or was it last night? And obviously, with a name like Hawken Bracket, you can guess what game Hawken plays. I met Hawken when I was streaming Hawken, and he, she, I don't know which. That's the one problem about it. There was something that could tell you, but anyway, stop by the stream along with a couple other people from the company that are working on Hawken now. So anybody got big plans for the weekend? Yeah, we gained another follower. Yeah, we're doing good. That follower was Abby Cub. I'll let you guess who Abby Cub is there, Preach. You might have met Abby Cub before. Oh, did you officially get an invite? Wow. Wow. I think you should live stream it. Your son's leaving for Wyoming tomorrow and computer stuffs? Wow. What kind of computer stuffs? That sounds fun. You doing a new build or just general stuff like what we were just talking about, you know, software, hardware, whatever? For Wyoming. Is that where he's moving to, or is he stationed there? I don't know. Is there a base in Wyoming? Wyoming? I can't even speak this evening. You might not go. Is it in a box? Like, do you have a box seats, or is it just regular seating? Oh, I'm killing myself here. Come on. Ah, nice. Cool. Very cool. I want to go to Wyoming. I knew a guy that lived there for a long time, said it was amazing. Well, he lives in Indy, though. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, Preach, can you hear the cars when they're on track from your house if you go outside? Are you close enough to hear that when the wind blows the right way? Well, there you go. Well, that tells you he's close. North Vista, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. All right, let's see here. So, again, I want to congratulate Cobalt. Cobalt Blues 77 last night won our 100 follower giveaway. We hit 100 followers, I don't know, earlier this week? Somewhere around there. And then we had our official giveaway for it last night for the followers of our stream. And he was the lucky winner of a $10 Rescast labeled or Rescast wrapped Amazon gift card. He will be receiving that tomorrow when I actually have time to send it over. So we will probably, well, I can almost guarantee we'll do a 200 follower giveaway. If it's life-changing. You see this? You become a follower of Rescast TV, win a prize, it changes your life. That's fantastic. All right, we got a few wormholes. So, let's bring these bad boys back in. Let's do that. Let's uncloak that. Reload that. All right, let's go stick our nose in. Maybe we'll get stream sniped tonight. Not that I'm asking for it, but you know. Gun Void Walker. I like guns. I like to walk, and I got nothing on Void, though. You want a life changer, too? Well, follow along, and when we hit 200 followers, you, too, could be a winner. All right. Diving in. I'm not asking for it. I just enjoy shooting them. They're fun to shoot. Okay, there are no... Oh, wait. Oh, see? I screwed up already. There's a meth lab here. Anybody need any meth while we're here? I hope not. So we have a bunch of control towers. That's a lot of control towers. I don't want to be stream sniped. I've already been stream sniped. It's great and all, but I just want to do some exploration, man. So, let's see here. Okay, so it's got a class 4. Class 2. Red Giant System. All right. Crud.
Warp drive active.
This is where I'm missing that Coviop's cloak, but I do like the fact that I can be immune to bubbles. Fair enough. Hey, Cobalt, actually, I want to talk to you about something over the next couple of days, how you got your overview set up. Not tonight. Oh. See, there I go. Making a stupid noob mistake. And I just uncloaked. And I have to wait 30 seconds. This is how you get killed, folks. This is how you get killed. Come on, reload. I should have reloaded that faster. War games. Would you like to play a game? Okay. All right. Scan. Try that again. Ugh. Stressful. All right, we're doing 410. 410 is what we're looking at. Hey, Dude 2. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Howdy, howdy. We're just hanging out doing some Eve exploration right now. I'd like to know the best and cheapest way to get into Star Citizen. I would like that too. Matter of fact, I don't know, maybe one of your videos already says this, but if you don't have a video like that, that would be a video I would be interested in watching there, Ram. Hannah87, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're glad to have you here. It's Rescast TV. If you didn't hear this earlier, it's basically a collaboration between myself and PreacherMan23, and I'm not descanning enough. So noob. I am an old noob at Eve, meaning I've been in the game for a number of years, but I never took the time to properly learn it, so I'm basically still a noob. Really am. 780, that's what we're looking at. Welcome to the stream, both of you guys. We really appreciate the follow. Feel free to check out our YouTube channel and our Twitter. We're a new channel here, but we're going to be putting out some, hopefully some really good content for you guys. Streaming things like Eve, iRacing, Hawken, things like that. All right. If I'm not descanning enough, feel free to yell at me, guys. $704. That's a video I would watch, and I would definitely push people towards to go check out. 704, Cosmic Signature. Okay. Because after watching just a few minutes of your video, and I actually plan on watching a little bit more this weekend. I'll have a little time to actually watch this weekend. It piqued my interest just from the few minutes that I saw, so definitely, for sure. And if you guys are interested in Star Citizen, excuse me, go check out Ram21's YouTube channel. Ram, if you want to post that in here, I don't know if I need to permit you again, but it's another wormhole. Let me do that. $472. $472. And we are still cloaked. But if you want to check out Star Citizen, go check out Ram21's YouTube channel. Another wormhole. I get into a wormhole that doesn't seem to have anybody in it at the moment, and all I'm going to get are a bunch of wormholes. No relic sites. And I have to have a relic site because I didn't bring a data analyzer on this trip. Not that I don't know if I would actually even go into it, to be honest with you. Data site at this point. $862. Did it still delete it, Preach? Did it show it as deleted? No, it shows it okay. No, it did. It deleted it. We got to go smack Nightbot around a little bit. We got to figure out what's going on with that guy, because it says right there that it permitted him to post links, and obviously it did not. Nightbot slacking. All right, come on, give me something good. Something good. I'm not getting comfortable, though. They could totally be waiting for me to get to a site. Totally. Although I don't see any other scanner probes out there. Might be a setting in Twitch. Okay, fair enough. 862 is another wormhole. So now I debate. Do I go to a wormhole and follow it down? Or do I just go back out the wormhole I came in, knowing that there's 2 other wormholes in system? What do you guys think? It's at their home. They have it scanned down. The people that have the towers in here? You'll have to pardon me. Like I said, I'm kind of an old noob, so. All right, let's pull these guys.
Has run out of charges.
Oh, yeah, duh. So if I do that. Weird. Follow your destiny. Continue. Continue. I've got 2 other wormholes back in the high-sec system, though. That's my only concern. I'm going to go back to high-sec. I'm going to kind of chicken out. Well, I'm just going to another wormhole. I know I've got 2 more there, so. Let's. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, let's see. Scan. All right, here's hoping. Oh, I'm going to wait till that. All right, here we go. Yeah, well, they may just be asleep at the. They may not even be in system. Who knows? I'm getting nothing on here. Now they could be cloaked, obviously. I am way too slow. They could have got me. If they were sitting there camping that, they would have gotten me. I'm way too slow. Yeah, thanks. Gotten stream sniped and had some bad luck lately, but, you know, it comes with the territory. It is what it is. Okay, which wormhole have we already... Simplification. Done. All right. So... Other things I need to learn how to do. Oh, really? Does it increase lock time being an interceptor? Because that... So, people are like, why are you running an interceptor for exploration? And the only reason why I'm doing this is, number one, I was watching Gorillaism, and he's using a Raptor, so obviously it's the equivalent on the Caldari side. And the reason he's doing that is because of some of the perks you get with having an interceptor is the immune to bubbles, and so I guess there's... Oh, I'm small. I see. Got you. Okay. So that's why I'm rolling with it, is because I've gotten away from bubbles with it, and I've seen other people do it. So I know my scanning isn't going to be as good. I don't get all the bonuses with my Astero, but... And Preacher Man's got the other number on the head. The Astero, which is 80 million ISK, plus fit, would... You know, I can't afford to really lose that. I've only got a almost 300 million ISK. this I can, I can afford to lose this a whole lot easier than an Astero. So I figure it works, especially since I really suck at cloaking. I still don't hit D-scan enough. I will forget to cloak. Things like that. Although I think since I'm not fitting guns, I'm going to go... So I fit the prototype cloaking device on there instead of the improved. And the reason I do that is because the fit that Johnny Pugh put out included 2 railguns. And in order to have enough, I think it was CPU, he needed to use the prototype cloak. I'm not setting something up to fight. I'm really just trying to get away and run. I'm not excellent at PvP. I'm in high sec, but yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm just going to put it back to the improved cloak, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I get better impulse engine performance. Does it affect your speed? Because it sure does seem like this ship goes awful slow when I'm cloaked. So now see, here's another thing I did. I didn't start moving right away. These are all lessons that I haven't apparently learned properly yet, but I've learned. That I need to be more careful about. So let's go ahead and scan these bad boys back down again. So that's the bookmark there, so we don't need to worry about that. Boom, boom, boom. Scan that down. What's negative 75? Oh, is on my speed? Attributes. Maximum velocity modifier. So it I guess, is that maximum velocity modifier? So is that the speed reduction I get? So it hurts my speed by 90%? Because I mean, seriously, it's super slow. 55 meters, 55.2 meters, I'm assuming that's meters per second. And if you look at the improved, I think it's negative 75 instead of negative 90, which I think is what you're saying there, Preach. So, you know, it helps when the other night I pop into a wormhole and instantly there were people there. I immediately cloaked. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So, cool. I'm learning something. I immediately cloaked. There was somebody sitting there, and I don't know if they were AFK, but they didn't jump on me right away. Or maybe they were trying to lock me, and I managed to cloak quick enough. So maybe that was it, dudes. But I cloaked, and I immediately turned around and tried to go back through the wormhole. But I was about 9,000 kilometers away, or 9 kilometers away, right? And I'm like sitting there, I'm watching the guy. He's like right here, and he can't see me, but he's really close to me, and I'm just like creeping my way back to the wormhole exit. And this noob is teaching you. Well, this noob has had more interactions with Eve in the last week than this noob. So, congratulations. But I do appreciate it. I don't care where I get my lessons from. You've also gotten shot out of the sky a couple more times than I have, so I hope you've learned a couple more lessons than I have. Actually, I don't know if that's true. You've been taken down, what, twice? 3 times? Because I think I've been taken down 3 times. Only one was a stream snipe. At least, well, as far as I know, one was a stream snipe. What am I doing? Lord have mercy. So when I say old noob, for you you that haven't heard my thing here, is, but yeah, nice. Stealth bomber, get plus to speed when cloaked. So what would be a stealth bomber fit? Or ship, I should say. Dudes, stream sniping, I agree. I personally don't like it. I know Preach doesn't like it either. I think it's kind of a jerk move. You can call it part of the meta. I just think it's a jerk move. I mean, if you take me out while I'm in space and it's not a stream snipe, then hey, good on you. You won. Stream snipe, I think, is kind of a jerk move, but at the same time, you know what? I'm putting myself on stream. It is what I got. You know, I got a good with the bad. Now, part of the reason why I'm on stream is because I actually really like the community. I'm getting Nemesis. Okay, I'll go look at that. I'm getting, you know, people like you guys here that are awesome, that are helping me out and hanging out, and just like hanging out. So, you know, it's one of those things where I'm willing to do it. You know, I'm willing to learn the lessons. Plus, it helped. Oh, I'll have to go look it up. Somebody already. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, where is subjugation? And that's my stance on it. I think it's a jerk move. I personally would never actually do it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna stress about it. I mean, this is Eve. Things like that are gonna happen. It's available to happen. I know they've got a few rules about newbie systems and stuff like that, but who screen sniped me? I'll have to go look it up, and I'll go look at the kill mail in just a minute. But I will say this. It was actually a famous stream sniper, apparently, because he puts a list of all of. Well, let me go look. I don't want to give him a ton of airtime, but let me look at the kill mail. Hang on. And I realized that I could have a stream sniper in stream right now. I could have the same guy in stream right now, just with a different name. I have no clue. Or they could just be watching from the outside. It's all good. Plus, I figure at least I'm learning. But nobody ever listens to the newbie area run, Damien. Oh, you got it twice, and yeah, it's over on YouTube. But let's go look at the kill rates. Or not kill rates, combat log, show losses. Yeah, this was the cat. Damien Oxytocin. Which is funny because my first name is Damien, but not spelled that way. So, to be fair, I totally clutched it. I literally, before he even got to me, and he admitted he stream sniped me, but before he even got to me, I got in wormhole space, I cloaked, but I forgot to launch my probes, so I decloaked. Then I thought I launched my probes because I clicked on it, but apparently I didn't click on it hard enough, and then I cloaked again, realizing I hadn't done the cloak, so I had to uncloak again, throw out my probes. Oh, that's funny. So anyway, so it was a comedy of errors. I sat still. So by the time I finally did get cloaked, I got my probes out. I was sitting still. I didn't start moving again. Buddy shows up in a wormhole, throws out his probes. One of his probes bumps into me, knocking my cloak off, and that was the end of the story. He throws a web on me. I was running a Helios. Throws a web on me, and that was it. That was the end of the story. So anyway, so that's kind of who got me. But, oh, and if you look at his, oops, I meant to, again, I don't want to make him all famous and stuff, but it is interesting. This guy has gotten a lot of big names. A lot of big name streamers, actually. So if you look at his bio, and if you're watching, Damien, I know you've gotten RAF recently, and I see Nerds Rule now. You got Nerds Rule 3 times. So he lists everybody's Twitch stream here, I think is what this is. That's the character info. There's the Twitch stream. And then he links off to the kill mail on Zkilled. Oh, yeah. Their CEO actually looked at our, the CEO from Wingspan came on to our YouTube channel and said, you know, thank you very much for being another successful delivery for Wingspan. And then he did, you know, he complimented me. He said I took it well, and he gave me a couple of tips, so. It's, what are you going to do? You know, man, I'm here to have fun. Now I need to, oh, I got this wormhole scan. I got it scanned, man. Okay. So let's go. Bring those bad boys back in. And you see, I tried covering my screen. Let me show you this. This was horrible. Some of you have already seen this. I tried covering my screen, but I didn't change my overlay, so you could still see everything in space. It was pointless. I did this, I hacked this together with like in 15 minutes before I started streaming. Look at this. You want to see something bad? Look at that. Isn't that horrible? Here, actually, this is more like what it was. Where'd it go? There it is. There. I did that one night. I still got stream sniped, and I just couldn't take the vomit anymore. You'll get Marmite to war deck them. Now, okay, so, again, I'm an Eve noob, but I pick up little things here and there over the years. So, aren't Marmite war decked with everybody? Isn't that, maybe that's the joke. Okay, we'll take it off. It is pretty gross. We are going to get a nice overlay. I'm going to work on it, but it's going to be something that's not necessarily made to completely block everything. The other thing too is I know Cobalt is starting to stream. He's in channel, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Cobalt's still in channel. I think he went AFK or he's working on something else right now. But I noticed some of the ways he's got his overview and everything kind of hidden off and things like that. So we'll see. I don't want to block the screen. I hate that. I really do. I don't mind showing a decent overview on the bottom. You know, maybe where my screen goes and our channel information with our YouTube. That's fine. But that just it was painful. It was painful. I know, and I realize you probably can't successfully 100% do it. Like if I show the map, I really need to run 2 monitors. And since I only have 2 monitors at the moment, I use one for chat and everything, so it's all good. Okay. I did not mean to close my scanner, though. Off. Reload. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
But I will say this. So, again, this character's been around since 2011, and I'm still getting accepted into Eve Newbie, literally telling them I'm an old noob. That whole story, most of you have heard this from me already. And apparently it's not open bookmark, current system, it will list the name under the avoid. Yeah, and I know that you can turn some of that off. I don't know if you can turn all of that off. So, we'll see. I know other people will actually run multiple monitors and they'll move some of that stuff off screen and try to do that off screen. I don't know how successful you can be with it, but at the end of it, so here's the other thing, is one of the things that Gorillaism, who's another great exploration streamer, matter of fact, he's a really good exploration streamer, he recommends going to other places where it's a little harder to get to, you know, going out to Nullsec via, you know, out in Stain or something like that, you know, where it's a little harder for them to get to, I guess, maybe, you know, he still runs into people. He's just kind of good at avoiding it, and he gets popped every now and then too. It's going to happen. All right. Close. What do we have here? Doesn't look too overactive. Unknown parts of space, beginning to decay. K162. All right. Rock and roll. Let's check out our systems here. We've got probes already set up. We've got cloaking device there. Although I really wish I'd switch that out for an improved. Yeah, that's one thing I did learn. I was watching a YouTube video that you should not go from high sec to null sec directly via a gate. I've learned that's not a good idea. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm hoping, is that I can get out there. There's a few people, but it's not a good idea to go through there. You want to go through null sec first, is what I've been hearing. So the other thing, I'll ask why you guys are in here. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you're new to the stream and you haven't followed yet, I want to tell you a little bit about Rescast TV real quick before I go into this wormhole and potentially die for your entertainment. And mine. Rescast TV is a collaboration between myself and PreacherMan23, who is in chat right now. We basically figured that we both like to stream. I just recently started streaming, and but we have families and schedules, and also, you know, we're friends outside of the stream, and we decided, what the heck, let's join up, let's do something cool so we can stream regularly. We're shooting for 5 to 6 nights a week on a regular schedule, or at least as close to regular schedule as we can, with a varied level of content. There he is, Preacher Man. Yo, 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 yo. So with us, you're going to get Eve, you're going to get iRacing, you're going to get Hawken, you're going to get X-Plane maybe, you're going to get some Minecraft, you're going to get some Euro truck driver. Preach fancies himself a lorry driver, and he does a pretty good job, especially when he flips his truck over. And so, yeah, it's all entertainment for you, but it's actually more about a community, which is what I found really interesting about the stream. And okay, so I'm like total noob here. Like, I just found out what Kappa is. Somebody made fun of me for it. I'm not cloaked. I'm not in the wormhole yet. I'm still in high sec. Is that okay? I guess somebody could pop me now. But anyway, so feel free to hit that follow button, and if you already follow us here on Twitch, please feel free to go ahead and follow us. Follow us on YouTube. We're trying to build out a YouTube channel that's not just streams. We're going to start getting some tutorials out there and maybe some other content. So, is there a reason why I should be cloaked right here sitting outside? Like, is somebody maybe scouting? Is that part of it? Oh, I didn't think about that. Somebody could be cloaked right here scouting. Of course, they'd see me go in, though. He does preach. He does preach. Okay, Damien Oxytocin is now offline. All right, we're just going to go in. Okay, what's a buzzard, guys? What's that? Oh, that's nothing I need to be worried about, right? That's more of a scanner ship, right? Low hit points. Designed for commando and espionage operations. Main strength, the ability to travel unseen. Well, I see it. Cloaking, combat scanner probes, survey probes, light missiles. So he may be scoping for somebody else. Gives them time to get ships on the hull. Understood. Okay. Alright, so I want to get to the hull and get in. Right? That's it. Alright, so I know a lot of people tell me that as soon as I get through the hull, I should immediately warp to the sun. But then I've heard people say they expect you to go to the sun. Yeah, it's at a POS, probably. Okay, yeah, which I'm going to stay clear of, assuming they're probably at moons. But I'm wondering, is it better for me to just get moving here near the wormhole and scan for a few minutes? No? Never the sun. See, that's... Don't go to the sun. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I'm like, wouldn't that be, like, where everybody would go? Customs office. See, I warp to planets, but maybe it's customs office I should be warping to. Then somebody else yelled at me for not warping to a bookmark, and I'm like, I've never been in this space. How am I going to get to a bookmark? That's yeah, I don't have a bookmark. I think you're left with either the sun, moons, planets, or a custom station. Don't stay at the hull. Okay. I was just going to stay at the hull for like a few seconds, but I won't do that. All right, so let's, what do we have planets-wise? So, there are no custom systems in here, though, right? Let's see. Because it's nullsec. There's nothing here, so I have to go to a planet, right? Random planet. Okay, fair enough. Okay. We can turn that off. Planets. Warp to within 100. And then that's the one problem with this. I gotta wait 30 seconds. In warp. Can you bookmark while you're warping? Really? Like, do I just right click in space and bookmark? No, 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 stop. Why are we not warping?
Warp drive active.
Okay. How do I save it? I can't bookmark. How do I bookmark? Control B. Okay, good. Thank you.
Warp drive active.
And then so I'll warp to there from here. I see. Brilliant. God, I love you guys. You guys rock.
Warp drive active.
That is no former the place's window. What does that mean? That's what I use. Control B. Okay. Launch. Cloak. Scan. Okay, we still just have the 3 control towers. Right, no one will ever land it. So they have to scan me down and warp to me, and they can only do that if I'm uncloaked. You guys are insane. Preach, what do you think about that? This is the missing link right here, buddy. That's awesome. So unless somebody's camping the wormhole when I come back, as long as I don't do something stupid and I move quickly, my chances of getting popped are a lot lower. You guys rock. I love this. I freaking love the EVE community. I mean, this is really just, the Twitch stream is really the first time I've talked to anybody in 3-something years. I mean, a couple of times. I've got one guy that I chat with in chat a little bit, but that's about it. You guys rock. Okay, so we have 3 signatures here. Let's get to work. Let's not linger. And let's hit that D-scan button over and over again. Okay, come up with a map. Let's do this bad boy. Come up here. Woohoo. Down. Scan. Scan. Okay, hang on a second. Don't forget, when you say don't go to nullsec from highsec, are you talking about through a wormhole or a gate? Gates. That's what I've heard is gates. You do not want to go through a gate into nullsec. If you go through a wormhole, that's a little different. Scan. Scan. Okay, the buzzard's back on. Bubbles 2, Bubbles 6, Bubbles 5. Did they rename those? I don't remember seeing those names. People love to camp those gates and catch people. Yeah. Okay, so, scan. So that guy has probably already seen me in system. He sees my probes for sure. So he could be there potentially warning people that I'm here. Hey, you've got somebody in system. So I got to be on alert here. 534 is what we're looking at. Yeah, so I was watching 534 scan, dude. Okay, buzzard's back. Ooh, he's close. He's within 5. Wormhole, don't care about that. I don't care. I'm not playing wormholes. It's just not what I'm doing. Unless I'm looking for another exit. Which actually, maybe that's why I should scan that down. If I was looking for another exit, it might be a good idea. That saved my butt one night. I had a third exit out of a wormhole system. It really saved my butt big time. That and 2 stabs saved my butt. All right, we're doing 650. Tense. D-scan, D-scan. No, come on. Oh, I love this. So there's something that if any of you know, and I've been meaning to ask this. Okay, it's another wormhole. We're gonna find wormholes. Come on, this has got to be a good one. Please. Please, please. I saw somebody on the old map setup who was showing how you can actually configure your map to show you how many average people in the last 30 minutes have been in a system. The bus at AFK to pause or ship is floating. Somebody ships out and maybe they... Oh, okay, I got you what you're saying. Okay. Let's scan that down. That's not it. We'll switch to the other one. Anyway, so you could actually change your map to where you could see the average number of ships in that system over the last 30 minutes. And that would tell you if you saw like 30, which was very often the case going from high sec to null sec. Sorry. He was showing that you'd see a lot of ships in there, whereas, you know, like high sec to low sec was not, there was fewer ships typically. And so less traffic typically means it's at least a little bit safer, hopefully. That's the hope. Scanner probes. Man, every time my scanner probes get close enough for me to see them again, it freaks me out. Freaks me right out. Okay. 750, 750. It's another wormhole. Okay, fair enough. All right, so here's my next thing. Now that I know that there is this ship in system, should I do warp to 0, warp to 100 on this wormhole, getting back out? Which I didn't bookmark. So I have to go scan it back down again. Wonderful. This is why you don't forget to bookmark, kids. It takes you a lot longer to get out. Sorry, guys. I'll be on chat in just a second. Kind of trying to hurry here. It's intense. Intensity in 10 cities. Well, it's going to be that wormhole, right? Because it's the only one I haven't scanned down. Warp to 0 on wormhole. Okay. Alright. Save location. Out. Submit. Alright. So, come on a map. Let's... If you were in range of the hole, I'd do a narrow D-scan in the subject in the direction of the check for bubbles or ships. From there, you can make the judgment call of what distance to warp to. That's a good idea. Okay, so... I don't need my probes anymore. So those bad boys can come back in. Regular scan. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Derp, you're right. Why else would I be... Okay. So, now the only problem I do have, though, is because I didn't bookmark the wormhole itself. I know that because I bookmarked the signature, I'm not going to be necessarily right on top of it. So I'm going to have to make sure I get to cloak right away. So, since there are no... So tell me if this makes sense, guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to uncloak, and I'm not going to leave because I got a 30-second wait time for my cloak, and I don't want to get to wormhole and not be able to cloak right away. Since I'm in a bookmark safe spot, they would have to scan me. No, they could warp to me, couldn't they? Could they warp to me? Or no, they would have to scan me down in order to warp to me. So I could uncloak, watch my scan here. If I don't see probes out, I should be okay, right? If I see probes pop out, I go ahead and book it. Is that logical? Does that make sense? So intense. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So here we go. We're going to D-scan. Nothing there. We're at full. So, yeah. So, D-scan. Nothing there. We're going to uncloak. While we're uncloaked, you might as well reload. We're going to D-scan. We're going to align to. You know what? I was just sitting still. I made that mistake again. Okay. Nothing there. We're going to align to. Now we're going to narrow up the range here to 15 degrees. Nothing there. Oh, scanner's recalibrating. Sorry. Nothing there. Okay. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good. That's back to good. Let's warp to out. Warp to 0. Warp to within 0.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I forgot to move. These are, I was thinking about trying to create some macros, just basic macros, not botting or anything like that. Just basic macros, and I checked into it, and I did some checking into it, and it's just it's too dangerous, guys, in terms of CCP, any automation, basically, they said, out that affects gameplay is not legit. And I know I probably wouldn't get caught for... The macro I want to create, by the way, is what I was saying, is that I want to hit one button, have it automatically get me moving, throw on my cloak, or get me moving, throw out my probes, throw out the cloak, or throw on the cloak. You know what I mean? So, I'm not D-scanning. It's a shame that there wasn't anything in this system for me to go scanning down, relics-wise. Seems to be pretty quiet. But anyway, so apparently I can't do macro. So, c'est la vie. No, that will your skill set. You should always know move after. That's true. Okay. That makes for a lazy pilot. That's very true. That's a good point, actually. Very good point. We're going to go ahead and mosey on our way. That's a very good point. That's kind of actually the whole point of me doing this in this ship. That's why I was going out with my Amicus. It was so uber cheap that I didn't... You can hit your prop mod. So my micro warp drive, I hit that first and then I hit warp. Should I do it the other way around? Is that what you're talking about? So you cloak and then micro warp drive. Oh, you get one cycle, right? That kind of boosts you off wherever you are. I was doing it backwards then. So my answer then is, I kind of knew, but I had it backwards. Okay, cloak, always cloak first, which makes sense. I just didn't know. I didn't want it. My problem is I didn't want to uncloak. And I'm afraid that if I hit cloak and then I hit micro warp drive, it would uncloak me. Oh, that's right, because the micro warp drive puts out a massive signature. You guys rock. Preach, you catching all this, man? This is how we live in Eve. Especially if we're going to stream it, we're going to get stream sniped, we're going to get popped, but I want to learn these things to at least try to help combat it some. Okay, I see nothing here that I'm interested in, so we're going to go ahead and mosey on our way.
Warp drive active.
So, I haven't done this in a while. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. This is ResCast TV. It's a collaboration between myself and PreacherMan23, who is in chat right now. Decided to team up so we can provide more regular content on kind of a schedule, because one of the big things about me, I do podcasting, or I used to do podcasting. I've been listening to podcasts since the early days of podcasting. One of the things that used to drive me nuts is people that did not have a regular release schedule. So we're trying to keep a regular release schedule with a bunch of different games. We've got Eve Night, for me, 2 nights a week. Preach is starting to play Eve now as well, so you may get Eve a little bit more often than that. You'll also see iRacing, you'll see Hawken, you'll see Euro Truck Driver, Minecraft is a possibility, X-Plane. Whoa, is that like a fleet about to go through or something? That's crazy. Is that, do you think that's a fleet? I don't know, what are they, what's a worm? I'm not familiar with the worm. Velotor. That was kind of cool. I typically like just to kind of get away from those groups that are big like that. And I'm afraid that I may be in path of where they're all going. Maybe I don't want to follow them. Anyway, feel free to hit that follow button. We're glad you're here. Go check out our YouTube channel, guys. It's something we're going to be really talking about more and more over the coming weeks and months. We really actually want to make a very solid set of content. We're going to be needing more graphics, more video stuff in there. Trying to make something that's high quality that'll build out a community, because that's key for us. We really dig the community. We dig hanging out with people, and also want to kind of shout out to some of the other streamers that are out there. We have Cobalt Blues 77, I think it is in chat right now. I think he's off doing something else. Cobalt Blues 77. Yep. He's also just started streaming recently. You can check him out. We also like people like Gorillaism is another big time exploration streamer. Dig his stream a lot. You got Raph About It, who does streaming as well, and then Moose House, who gave us some helps with the community. Otherwise, the community, you got to dig it. That's right. I love the community. Actually, it's really. I was surprised at how much I enjoy the interaction here with the community. It's a lot of fun. It really is, and I've learned so much in just a few weeks. All right, so blap. Just for good practice. And look at this. We're back to the old maps, and I don't feel like switching back. So we'll just stick with it. We'll roll with it. One less thing. Know what I mean? Feel free to hit that follow button, guys. So we appreciate you being here. And glad you stopped by. Interesting. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, wow. Something's up with D-Scan. Shads05, welcome to the stream. Glad you're hanging out with us. I'm just here, a noob, trying not to get stream sniped, and trying to learn some exploration stuffs while we're at it. 160 November Kilo Indigo. So it's Friday night. I've asked some of you guys already. Some of you are new to the stream here. I want to ask you guys how your Friday was, and you got any big plans for the weekend here in the U.S. We've got a 3-day weekend, and I know a lot of times people are going out of town for that. Others are kind of commemorating the day for some of our fallen here, and then additionally, I would like to ask this. I haven't asked this yet. If you are new to the stream and you haven't said so yet, I would love to know where you are from. I am in the Central Florida area, USA. Yes, I do live near Mickey Mouse. We call him affectionately the Rat. That's right. Preach is in Indiana, and he is near a racetrack that is quite famous. So that's kind of where we are. I've had people from all over the world in this stream, it seems like. Pakistan, England, Netherlands. So feel free to, give us your address. We don't want your address. Just country would be fine. Fort Worth, Texas. Wow. That's awesome. Everything's bigger in Texas. I've been to Austin. I've been to Austin one time for a conference and really had a really good time. But that is my only experience with Austin. I'm sorry, with Texas was Austin. But welcome from Texas. I actually want to get, I haven't looked, well, I did a Google search earlier today and then I got called into a meeting. But I want to create a map that we can post on our website once I finally build our website. It's just kind of an under construction thing right now. I want to get a Google map or something that I can put push pins in and try to get, where everybody's from and just try to see how many different places we get people from. Because I just, being in a web developer and in the internet for as long as I have, even before the internet really was the internet, one of the cool things, I just think that it shrinks the world, and I just think that's wicked awesome. It might help if I actually uncloaked and warp to 0. So thanks for sharing, Shads. I appreciate that. Shads, so let me ask you something. Shads, are you a fisherman or fisherwoman by chance? Let's get this fan kicking. It's a little warm here. Gee, thank you for the host, man. I appreciate it, buddy. We're learning some awesome stuff about trying to stay safe with exploration and living in or moving around in wormhole space here. No? Okay. Well, Shads is kind of one of those baits I think you use for fishing. So look at that. So guys, literally, you're an oh, that's right. I've heard you say that. You're an angler. I think I asked you. Are you more of a flats fisherman, ocean fisherman? Are you more inshore, lakes, streams, things like that? I need to hush my mouth and get into this wormhole. Let's take a look at it real quick. Unknown parts of space, beginning to decay. Now I don't know what okay, so let's just go. I have been off and on an angler for most of my life. I even had a boat for a little while, and I stupidly sold it for a lot less than I paid for it. Okay, we've got one control tower here. Saltwater when I'm down in Florida, freshwater rivers in Maryland. Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. So let me get this wormhole. Haha, I remember to save it. Out. I have mostly just done rivers and lakes. I grew up fishing for bass for the most part. Rivers and lakes. Although the last few times I went fishing, I had better luck catching alligators. I had some small alligators going after my lure. I was fishing topwater frog, and it just wouldn't leave me alone. So I finally let him bite it, and I brought him up to the edge of the boat. He was small. He was like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet long. I was going to get a picture with him. I know that sounds nuts, but I've grown up here. You learn what is okay and what isn't. And you don't just play with that. It's not like that. But anyway, let's do one more scan here. Oops. Okay, looks clean. We're gonna go diving in. Let's go see. We saved, uncloak, random planet, warp 200. Okay, here we go. I love fishing. I just don't ever get to do it very often. Oh boy. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Planets.
Warp drive active.
Please don't be here. Please don't be here.
Warp drive active.
So we're going to have to get out of this place. We're going to go to our safe spot. We're going to throw a cloak on, and I'm going to sit and chill for a minute and try to think what I'm going to do next. Or should I make a run for the wormhole? Let me get these guys away from me. The bubbles are at Bug Zapper or POS unless you get close. Yeah, but these all things just appeared. So did they all just appear out of nowhere, or did I just get close enough for my scanner to pick them up? Is that all it is? Kind of not sure what to do at this moment. I got close. So this Astero is trouble. I'm assuming... Let me see here. I don't see any probes out, so nobody's actively scanning, right? Lots. Oh my gosh, look at all the warp disruptors. Which I'm not worried about, because I'm running... Hey, G, if you're in here still, I'm running Interceptor, but since I didn't have Caldari 5, I'm running the Tyrannus. So let's see here. So that's what I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next. Everything's very close to me right now. Everything's within 5. So we got 2 towers, 3, 4, 5, 6 towers, a bunch of mobile disruptors. Those are anchor bubbles, so they can't really just appear since they take time to be anchored. Oh, because they're large or mobile. What makes them? What indicates that they're? Okay, I'm still so cloaked. This is exciting. I don't know. G does this so effortless. He doesn't get excited at all. He's just like, yeah, let's chill. It's just we're just here. 500. We're looking at 500. Should I maybe just hang out? Yeah, I mean, I just kind of looking at what you guys set up, although it's not like what you guys have. I don't have a EMC burster like you've got, or... It actually might be close to what Johnny Pugh set up. I don't remember exactly what he had. I know I looked at that for a little bit. I have no clue if it's a decent fit or not, though. I really don't. I'm still learning all that. Okay. Do they say a bubble probe or something? Like a like it's some sort of a I've seen them before. I forget what they're called. But thank you, G. I appreciate it. It's just it's kind of a flavor of what you guys were running, or at least as much as I could. I'm gonna scan this down just in case I need to use it to get out. Just in case I need to use it to get out. If we find that our wormhole is locked up. Maybe that's not a good thing to do. I don't know, but figure I'm here. I might as well. Yeah. So right now I'm just going to sit here and kind of scan these down unless I see some actions. If I see some probes go out over here, I'll start getting a little more stressed. Is that an appropriate thing, especially since I'm in a safe spot right now, safe bookmark? Is that an appropriate mindset for the moment? Just scan down what we have and then kind of make a decision from there? It's so tense. So tense. My dogs have entered the room. Oh. Interdiction probe. CCP Avalon, welcome to the stream. I am trying not to get killed. Okay, so that's I don't need to save that off, right? I've scanned it. I'm gonna stay in system, so that's good. Let's see here. Shadow5, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I very much appreciate it. We're glad you're here. Glad you followed. Just a couple of noobs. A noob and an old noob streaming Eve. And having some fun, trying not to get stream sniped and maybe make a little bit of ISK in the process. I'll sweat into my keyboard. I'm doing alright. Why we're all tense right now? Because I've gotten stream sniped lately. I've gotten ganked lately. Actually, no, I wasn't ganked. I was actually in null, so I don't think that's a legitimate gank. But I have gotten stream sniped lately. And I'm learning how to kind of control myself in nullsec when there are other people around and try not to get found, things like that. It's just kind of fun. I'm making a way bigger deal out of it than I probably will in, say, 2 months when I've been doing this for a little while. Like I said, if you go watch G and his channel, he's totally laid back with this. This is no big deal. Okay. We got another wormhole site. Thank you. My dog is playing cat and mouse with my family. Ah, so you're in nullsec and there are other players that have site locked down and are warp trapping. Well, I don't know if they're warp trapping. They weren't at the wormhole. You know what, guys, just go. Let me see. What do we have? Bandy, come here. My dog apparently has my wife's one of my wife's shirts and is playing haha you can't catch me. I love puppies. Anyway, so they weren't there at the wormhole when I came through, at least not that I saw. Now, obviously they could be cloaked. But after I kind of went out and bounced around a little bit and made a bookmark and got out into space, that's when they showed up. And so I haven't seen any probes come out yet. So I'm hoping I'm okay. But I can tell you right now, everybody that's plays Eve is probably going, you're nutso, you're crazy. But I'm having fun. Okay, we got 2 wormholes. Every place I've been into so far has had nothing but wormholes in it, or a combat site or 2. So, but this is a class 2, which should potentially have relic sites in it. We'll see. But like I said, you know, talk to me in a month or 2 after I've been doing this for a little bit longer, and I've been through some training with Eve Uni, which I need to go finally finish through that whole setup process for them. And maybe I'm kind of like, just chill. Who knows? But right now it's fun. I mean, you know, there's an element of risk. I could lose this ship. Although every time I've lost my ship, even when I got stream sniped, was pretty much because of my very poor play. I either didn't have myself cloaked, or I cloaked before I launched my probe, so I had to uncloak and all that silliness. Business. But I'm learning more every day, and with people like you out there teaching me great stuff, and Preach and I have just been accepted for an interview anyway with Eve Uni, so, you know, that probably means we're in, I would imagine. Another wormhole. If anybody needs a wormhole, I can give you plenty. I got them coming out the wazoo. Really do. I'm just scanning them down in case I need to get out of it. But yeah, I mean, I've got. So what I've got here is I've got a Galente shuttle, which I'm terrified from a shuttle. I don't know why there's a shuttle there. Who knows? But really, it's the Astero there that I'm most curious about, and the fact that there are so many towers and there are so many warp disruptors. It tells me that this is definitely a very lived-in space, or at least I believe that's what it tells me. And so, yeah, those could be my core scanner probes. I actually don't know if those are mine. I'm guessing they probably are. I'm still cloaked though, so I'm gonna keep on keeping on. So if you're new to the stream, thanks for hanging out with us. Feel free to click that follow button. And if you're not new to the stream, or even if you are new to the stream, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. 5-3. All right. This is our last chance, Charlie. Then we got to make a decision. Regardless of what this is, we're going to have to make a decision. Do we run, if it's another wormhole or a combat site or something, or a sleeper site, which I learned my lesson about sleeper sites. Do we just make a run for the wormhole? Do we go to 100? Do we go to 0? Do I do a narrow scan like we did before, even though we know there are people in system? So we'll have to make that decision in a moment. It will not let me select it because it's covered in that bubble. Woof. Well, good. I hope that's entertaining. I mean, I hope that's kind of, is he going to make it? Is he going to do something stupid? Maybe you could give me like one tidbit of information, but not tell me everything. I don't want you to do that, but you know, it's all good. I mean, that's it. I learn best. I always say this. I learn best by breaking things. I'm that guy who breaks things. When I was a kid, I'd break something and put it back together. So, well, well. All right. Well, we have another wormhole, so we're gonna be leaving. We're gonna be leaving. Let me scan this bad boy down. Ah, Shads. I used to love to mine in this game, but once I hated because it was always so hard to mine in nullsec without protection, and most of my friends had given up on the game. That I think is a common thread. Okay, let's pull these bad boys in. Let's see if those disappear. They do, which means those are mine. I still see nothing new here. I've done mining for well, like I said, this is a 2011 account, and pretty much all I've done is mining and some in-station trading. And now, see, I did it again. I know I'm in a safe spot. Look at me. I'm sitting still. I am sitting still. Mistakes. Cost me my life. Cost me a ship. But I'll wake up in a fresh new babyface clone. Okay, we're limping along because I've fitted a prototype cloak because I was building out another fit that I needed the extra CPU for, and I ended up not fitting the railgun, so probably should have gone with the improved, but that's okay. So I did a lot of mining. I can mine the heck out of Veldspar. I'll tell you what. I remember back in the day when a good mining run was 1.8 million ISK. You know, me and my, what was it, a procurer? Yep. How many of you guys have heard my story about getting, losing my procurer in HiSec after joining Brave? If not everybody's heard it, I'll tell the story. See, people seem to laugh about it. I'll take your silence as you haven't heard the story. Okay. So the story is, you've heard it. All right. So the story goes like this. When I was playing EVE last year, so I've always been in NPC corporations. Last year, though, I decided, I'm going to do this. I'm going to join a corp. And so I joined the Bovril Boars Miners and got accepted into there. And I was going to talk to some people and what have you. And finally actually do the right thing by this game, because this game deserves to it deserves to actually be given the time. It's that epic of a game, and I never gave it that much time. So what I didn't think about, because I was always like in a basic NPC corp like right now, or I was in the scope, I think before that I forget what I was in, but point being, I'm out mining HiSec. I think it was 0.9 or something like that, and just mining away, just minding my own business, hanging out. And I decided, hey, you know what? I need to make dinner. I'm going to go throw some steaks on the grill. It'll be a great night. And so I call my younger son in here. Now he's probably 14 at the time. No, he's 14. Call my younger son in. And I say, hey, do me a favor. Everything's fine. I'm in HiSec. It's all good. Nothing will happen. But would you mind just watching my ship just to make sure nothing happens? I'm thinking I got a procurer. It's got enough tank to last for somebody to hit me, unless it's multiple ships. But if one person comes and tries to gank me, it's got enough tank to last for Concord to show up and take him out. Right? Yeah, so I'm out there on the grill, and all of a sudden I hear my son yelling, somebody's attacking me, and by the time I come in, I'm in a clone. And he's like, almost angry at me, because he's like, you said you couldn't get killed. It's not my fault. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I said, where's Concord? And then, guess what it was? I was in Brave. They're war decked with everybody. And so, I didn't think about that. And so I ended up in a clone. So now I've learned. And so what I'm trying to actually, and you'll probably see me start doing this over on the YouTube, eventually I want to get my pilot's license once the kids are kind of grown and on their own. And Flying Magazine has a section that's been in there for maybe a couple of decades. It's called I Learned About Flying from That. Well, I learned about war decks from that. So, all right. So, what do you think, guys? I'm thinking that I may warp to 0. I'll uncloak. We'll do the same thing we did. I'm going to look for probes to pop out. But I'll uncloak. Keep an eye out for probes. Stay on my D-scan. As soon as my my cloak is back to where I can use it again, I'll warp to 0, throw in my cloak, slide out of the wormhole. Still a valid tactic? Even though we got people in system right now? Who may be AFK. I don't know. They seem to be pretty static right now. So I know that may not be a funny story, but other people have thought that was funny. I've actually had people tell me that was insane funny. I just laughed about it, because that's all you can do in this game. Gotta get music playing. I gotta figure out how to get music playing that's not gonna get picked on by YouTube. Or Twitch. I know I can use the Twitch radio, I guess, but YouTube yells at me. I gotta go strip it out. I don't want to do that. Alright, we're gonna do it. I don't have anybody saying anything. Yeah, nobody's there. I do want to say this before I move. Welcome to Rescast TV. I'm glad you're here. This is a collaboration between myself and PreacherMan23, who's in channel. You can see right there. And we're just trying to put together a channel, puts out regular content, so we figured it was easier. We both did it. And also we kind of have more games that way. And so you're going to see Eve pretty regular. That's my Monday and Friday night. And then Preacher Man is actually streaming Eve now. So you'll see that pretty often. Oh boy, where did my Astero go? That's not what I wanted to have happen. I did not want to go away. Anyway, I should have just left first before I did this. Anyway, so point is, we're trying to build out a community here, and we'd appreciate if you'd hit that follow button and also go check out our YouTube and follow us on Twitter. We're still ramping a lot of this stuff up. I have a lot of artwork to create for our stuff. I want to do a much better job with that, a little more of a professional production, and so we're putting out a lot of good content. We'll be putting stuff out on Twitter. All right, so he's disappeared. My probes are in. Yeah, they are in. They are in, and so I think it's still a valid tactic, right? I should. I'm thinking I should go ahead and uncloak, keep an eye out, look for probes to get thrown out, and wait for my probe. He may think you're... That's what I was thinking. Or he's feigning that he's gone. But either which way, I figure if I uncloak, that gives me that 30-second timer, which is like forever. I'll just watch for probes. Same thing we did last time. Valid? We're going to do it, because I think it's my only real way to do it, other than go into another wormhole. We'll descan one more time. Doesn't appear to be there. We're already aligned to the wormhole. Look at the amount of speed I get back. Unbelievable. All right, descan. 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 Now, because I saved that bookmark when I was at the wormhole, it should be more accurate. So when I warp to 0, we should be good. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Reload. Scan. Still don't see anything out there. Scan. That's true. What am I worried about? I don't need to worry about it. I'm not worried about bubbles. I just show up in cloak. I keep forgetting that. It's all a familiarization process, I suppose. You're in a stab scepter. Nothing short of 3 points will stop you. Actually... okay, let me ask you something about that then. Because I admit, I actually have not properly, I need to save the wormhole before I go into it so I know which one it was I already went into. Oh, I was actually right at it. I should have saved it then. Bonehead. So what do we have here? These are internal stabilizers. Do they do a similar job to warp stabs, like warp core stabs. I didn't actually look them up first. That's really bad for me to do. I've been so busy. I just like threw them on there from a fit I saw. No, this improves ship handling and maneuverability, so I don't have any warp core stabs. I mean, obviously I've got immunity to bubbles. Does this also give me some inherent stab protection too? Oh, is this where that's coming from? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's... I didn't think I had anything that would stop that. Although... these are bubbles right here, right? So, yeah. He has 2... internal stabs and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's why I knew that this helped with that. I knew the nanofiber internal structure helped with turning stuff. Like, no problem at all. I appreciate you checking it out. It's all good.
Warp drive active.
All right, let's step on to the next system. Why am I not feeling my fan here? It is Florida, ladies and gentlemen, and it is warm. I kind of want, but you can still burn away. Yeah. Kind of want, let me see. Oh, it looks like CCP Avalon left. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind if CCP Avalon actually threw me some weather from Reykjavik. That would be really nice. It is so warm here. Oh, there's one in here. Well, we'll scan it down.
Warp drive active.
Let's do this. Google Hangouts has changed their thing. I can't mute. How do I mute? Oh, is there somebody in chat? Hang on a second. Options. Notifications. There we go. Yay. Okay. That's not a GM dude. It's a poser. What are we looking at? Did I miss something? It's very possible. I'm thinking I should, no, the CCP dude you were talking about. CCP Avalon. CCP underscore Avalon was not really a CCP employee? Wow. I mean, I guess Twitch probably doesn't keep people from creating CCP underscore. Interesting. Well, that's a bit of a sad face. I take it you're familiar with the account, or you can tell that it's not a true game account, or dev account, or what have you. Well, I mean, we've had other devs come in. Really? Okay. I was going to say, because some other game companies do that. Of course, obviously, CCP could have different policies. But, I don't know. They said they were from Reykjavik. Obviously, I can't know. I don't know for sure. We had really good conversations about it, though. We actually talked to her. I follow CCP Avalon on Twitter, and she talked about some pretty detailed stuff. So, but I will take what you say as a cautionary tale, because you know, you never know. For sure. All right.
Tell you in game to prove it. If they don't, it's a poser. I won't. Yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, I'm hopeful she said she's not in the game, she's a web dev, and she seemed to know a little bit of stuff, but, hey, wormhole, sweet. We'll let it ride. We'll see what happens, but I will look for that. I appreciate it. Maybe be a little more cautious with it. Not that there's really anything to be cautious about. I'm streaming. You can see where I am. I'm not covering a whole lot of stuff up. In fact, this stuff right here isn't even really trying to cover anything up. I'm just kind of trying to show off Rescast TV. Which, by the way, if you're here and you haven't clicked that follow button yet, please do so. We're glad to have you here. It's a collaboration between me and PreacherMan23. Just trying to put out some good content. We're both noob players. I'm an old noob player in EVE. And so we're just kind of trying to figure things out and have fun doing it. We're also playing other games like iRacing, X-Plane, Minecraft, Hawken. It's a big one I've been doing lately. Yeah, she said she was a web dev, and that was consistent with her Twitter account, I think, if I remember reading that. But I'm not worried about it. It's all good. It's actually probably smart to think about that, because anybody could make CCP underscore. Yeah, exactly. And that's a good point. I don't believe anybody in game. That's the funny thing about this. I trust no one. I've read too many stories of people getting, and it's actually almost a bad thing, because there's legitimate people in here who want to help. There's legitimate Care Bears. And I admit that I do have a level of distrust with all of them. I put myself in a position to where if I do go hang out with them or do something for them or with them, I'm not going to put myself in a position to go out there with my Astero or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go try to get lost, you know, $80 million ship plus fit lost. I haven't done that yet, but I've seen plenty of that stuff on Reddit. Ah, it's all good. No, it's good. It's good, guys. It's all good. No big deal. It's actually, but it's a legit thing to worry about, because I did just assume before anything. As soon as I saw CCP underscore, because they use CCP underscore on Twitter, I immediately assumed it was legit. So it's actually probably a good idea. I mean, she may be legit. She seemed like it, but it's a good idea to be wary, especially in this game. Of all games, to be wary. All right, let's go to this wormhole. Let's figure out if we can finally get a relic site. What are we looking at? What are we looking at time-wise? It's 10 o'clock, guys. We've been rolling for 2 hours, and I've been in space for probably about an hour and a half. Just not running into some luck tonight. Not, you know what helps? You know what helps to warp? If it's not Covey Ops Cloak. Uncloak. I don't like this chair. It makes too much noise. Oh, that's kind of cool. I love these wormhole effects. I really do. Show info. Unknown part space, beginning to decay. Looks good. I need to figure out what that, like K162 and what all that, if that can tell me anything before I go into it. I know that typically I go into the system and you can look it up there, but. All right, let's reload. Let's approach. Give myself time to reload. We're all set. Good to go. Going down the drain. Going down the drain. Don't ask me again. Woohoo! Howdy, cowboy. That's a whole lot of warp disruptors. One tower. A whole lot of warp disruptors. Unreal. Server Gremlin! Brother man, what's going on? Thanks for coming and hanging out. I do appreciate it. I'd rather have a noisy chair than an uncomfortable one. This school housing provides straight up wooden desk chairs. Oh! No, dude, that's like old school. It's like, let's show you how lucky you are by showing you how bad it could be. Alright, we're gonna do one more scan here. And we're going to save the wormhole. Save location. Out. There we go. One more scan. Uncloak.
Coming here. Planets. Warp to within 30.
Warp drive active.
That was probably too close. That was probably too close. It was just one of those things. Just one of those crazy things. Planets. Warp. 100. I love this Control B tip. Now I get it. I get the whole safe spot thing now. I was wondering. I was like, how in the world do you do that? How in the world? You're gonna get my whole Rat Pack. Like I do 3 of the 4 Rat Pack members in terms of impressions every now and then. So you're just gonna have to forgive me. And all of them stink. My Dean Martin stinks. My Frank Sinatra stinks. My Sammy Davis Jr. stinks. I do none of them justice, but I'm a big fan. And then the other guy, you know, the guy that always gets forgotten. Wait a minute.